This is the WZRD News.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.
A new study led by researchers at the Northwestern Medicine Canning Thoracic Institute has revealed a connection between COVID-19 infection and cancer regression. The team's discovery could pave the way for novel cancer treatments. Researchers observed that the RNA from the SARS-CoV-2 virus responsible for COVID-19 triggered the development of a unique type of immune cell with anti-cancer properties. These cells, dubbed inducible nonclassical monocytes, I-NCMs, were found to attack cancer cells and could potentially be harnessed to treat cancers that are resistant to current therapies. These findings possibly explain the mechanism behind the reported regression of certain cancers following COVID-19 infection. Ankit Bharat, MD, Chief of Thoracic Surgery and Director of the Canning Thoracic Institute, said, "We found that the same cells activated by severe COVID-19 could be induced with a drug to fight cancer. We specifically saw a response with melanoma, lung, breast, and colon cancer in the study." While this is still in the early stages and the effectiveness was only studied in preclinical animal models, it offers hope that we might be able to use this approach to benefit patients with advanced cancers that have not responded to other treatments. The study, conducted using both human tissues and animal models, found that these unique immune cells could be pharmacologically stimulated using small molecules, potentially creating a new therapeutic option for cancer patients. This discovery could have significant implications for patients with aggressive or advanced cancers who have exhausted traditional treatment options such as immunotherapies. The researchers discovered that during COVID-19, a special subset of immune cells can be stimulated in the body. This process begins when the RNA from the virus activates certain signals in the immune system. These signals cause the transformation of common monocytes, an ordinary type of white blood cell, into I-NCMs. These newly formed cells have the ability to move into both the blood vessels and the surrounding tissue where tumors grow, something most other immune cells cannot do. What makes these cells so special is their dual capacity, said Dr. Bharat. Typically, immune cells called nonclassical monocytes patrol blood vessels looking for threats. But they cannot enter the tumor site itself due to the lack of specific receptors. In contrast, the I-NCMs created during severe COVID-19 retain a unique receptor called CCR2, allowing them to travel beyond blood vessels and infiltrate the tumor environment. Once there, they release certain chemicals to recruit the body's natural killer cells. These killer cells then swarm the tumor and start attacking the cancer cells, directly helping to shrink the tumor. Dr. Bharat cautions that more work is needed before this approach can be used in clinical settings. Our next steps will involve clinical trials to see if we can safely and effectively use these findings to help cancer patients. The research could potentially help double lung transplant patients. Some patients might have recurrence. Using monocytes with the research could potentially treat the patients without risking rejection of their new lungs, said Dr. Bharat. Source: Northwestern Medicine, November 15th, 2024.
The scene was rocky, all were digging sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five. They played the Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" It's now the Monster Mash. And it's a graveyard smash. It's caught on in a flash. It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you. Then you can Monster Mash and do my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash.